Okay, good evening everybody. Sorry about the delay of our lesson. This is first trial lesson. I'm not going to explain anything deeper. We are just going to have some revision about Task 1 IELTS. I'm sure that you all have read this book. It's a pretty brand new book. So first I'm gonna speak only in English to explain this part which you have already known with. And then when I started writing here on the Word, the tasks, then I will use Uzbek language to explain you so that you can understand better. Alright, so let's begin with the sections. In IELTS there are 4 sections which are starts with listening, reading, writing and speaking. And this month we are just going to focus on writing task 1. And writing task 1 includes 7 types of reports, not essays. There are differences between report and essay. In report you have to write conclusion, but in essay you have to write conclusion, but in report you don't have to write conclusion. And in essay you have to use your own experiences and your own language to explain your opinions. But here in task 1 you are not allowed to give your own opinion or experience. You have to describe what you see on the picture that you are provided with. So there are 7 types. First of all, let's start with these 4 categories. If you learn one of them, mainly let's say this line graph, that means you can write report for table, bar graph and pie chart, because these all 4 types use the numbers, proportions or percentages to describe the report. That's why they have, if you learn one of them, that means you can do all of them. So the first one is table, and table is consisted of columns, rows, numbers and the names mainly, and the years sometimes, maybe the names of the countries. Yeah, this is in the shape of table, that's why it's called a table. And this one is called bar graph. Bar graph. Why bar graph? Because it is made of bars. This single column is called bar. That's why it's called a bar graph. And yeah, then this one is called a line graph. The reason is, yes, you are right, the reason is it is made of lines. That's why it's called a line graph. And then this one is called pie chart because it literally looks like pie chart, but practically it has nothing to do with pie. It just, from the appearance, it looks like pie, the cake. That's why it's called a pie chart. And the next one is called a process. The process is divided into 2 types: human-oriented or human-based process and nature-based process. This one is nature-based process because in order for the water to evaporate and to create some minerals, or to it's about growing of plant, and in order for the plant to grow, human interaction is not necessary. That's why it's called nature. So if you help, or even if you don't help, the plant grows itself. A human doesn't have to come and help the plant to grow. That's why it's called nature. And there are some types we will see later. For example, the production of some sort of glass, let's say. Glass is not natural product. That's why we humans have to reproduce glass using other natural materials. In this case, that type of process is called human-oriented. This one is nature-oriented. And this one is called map, the other type. Usually you'll be given 2 maps comparing one another. For example, the map of Chust city in 2000 and then the map of Chust city in 2020. And you have to talk about the differences. But this type is also map, and you have to talk about 2 possible locations for building some structure. This as means maybe supermarket, and this is the city, and you have to talk about this place of plans for building supermarket. This is the number one plan, and this is the another one. So you can say this supermarket, if you build the supermarket here, it will be more available for the people who live in the city, but this one is far from the center of the city. You have to talk like this. And the next one is called mixed, and one simple thing about mixed is that mixed will be the mixture of two of these four types. For example, table plus line graph, or table plus pie chart, or table plus bar graph. So here we learn all these four types, and then when we encounter mixed, that is, we can say, a pure luck, because you have already learned about line graph, you have already learned about pie chart. A lot of students say mixed is the most difficult one, but I disagree with them, because mixed is the most simple one. Why? Because you just have to write about line graph in your first body and then talk about pie chart in your second body. That makes the planning very easy. Here, as you can see, we have 7 types of essays: table, bar chart, line graph, pie chart, process, map, and this one is called mixed. I'm just gonna send the picture to the group. Alright. Now let's talk about the language that are necessary when you are writing a report. These are the table of verbs that you need. For example, if something is going up, from here, if something is going up, you have to use one of these verbs. For example, go up, pick, boom, climb, grow, increase, rise. And here is the noun version of the same verbs, because you can use either subject plus verb plus complement plus modifier. This is first structure and the most simple structure, but you can also use there is structure plus noun. If you want to write your report using this structure, then you have to use this verbs. For example, let's say the price of sugar. 감투랑 걷대합대 세이고. 오그로 걷지. The price of sugar increase it. 여기 word 대신에 버렸던. Increase it. So here, increase it. The price of sugar increases. The price of sugar is the subject. The price of sugar is I'm sorry, what happened here? Is subject, and increase it is verb. This one is the subject and this one is the verb, and we can say the same thing using there is structure. For example, there was an increase in the price price of sugar. So literally these two sentences mean the same thing. This one. And there was an increase is noun in the price of sugar is the complement here. So the price of sugar increase it means şekerning narxı oshdi. There was an increase in the price of sugar means şekerning narxida o'sish bo'ldi. So literally they mean the same thing. So if you want to use this structure, you have to use these verbs. If you want to use zero structure, you have to use noun version. And everything is the same here. If the thing is decreased, let's say, you have to use one of these ones. If the price did not change at all, for example, this one, nothing changed, right? It is staying the same, but this one is going up, and this one is going down, but this one is staying the same. If the thing is staying the same, if nothing is changing, you have to use one of these verbs. Level out, not change, remain stable, remain steady, stay constant, maintain the same level, stand steady. And these are the noun versions. Let's see some example. For example, the price of city remains the same, remains steady, not the same. You can say the same, or if you want you can say steady, no problem. Both versions are correct. Here, the price of the city. What? Where is subject? This one is the subject. Price of the city. What happened? Remained. This is the verb. So how it remained? It remained steady. This is the modifier. So that means the price of la city, let's say, was la city is $10,000. It was $10,000 in 2020. It is this number now, and it will probably be the same. So nothing changed. The price is the same. Nothing changed. That's why we are saying remain it the same, or level it out, or not change it. Not change it here, it would be like the price of la city. The price of la city did not change. You should say did not change. Or the price of the la city, level it out. Level it out. Yeah. And if you want to use the noun version of them, you have to use there is a structure. There was, let's see the noun versions, no change, period of stability, a leveling out. I prefer this one. There was a period of stability. There was a period of stability in the price of la city. That means la city'ning narxida o'zgarish bo'lmadi. You know what I mean? Alright. So yeah, that's pretty much about this type. And this one is talking about the fluctuation. Fluctuation means this is the fluctuation. Something goes down and up and down and up and down again. This is also fluctuation. This is also fluctuation, but this is not a fluctuation. There is no other fluctuations, only 1, 2, 3 fluctuations. So I guess you understood what the word fluctuation means. And we have only 3 synonyms for fluctuation: fluctuated, oscillated, and be volatile. And if you want to use the noun version, here is the noun of the verb that you need. As for this degree and speed, adverbs and adjectives, we must use them to decorate our sentence. If you look at the sentence, this sentence is pretty simple. The price of sugar increased. Okay, it is very simple sentence, but we can beautify it by using adverb after the verb. For example, sharply. Let's say the price of sugar in 2012, price of sugar was, say, 5,000 soon. But now in 2022 it is 20,000. So that means huge, big increase. That's why we are saying sharply. You can say dramatically, enormously, steeply, substantially, considerably. Mana bu strong degani tepadagilarni ishlatsanglar juda ham katta o'sishni bildiradi. O'rtasidagi sal ozgina katta ham emas, kichik ham emas, o'rtacha bo'lgan o'zgarishlarga ishlatasizlar bu adverb yoki adjectivelarni. Mana bu pastdagilar esa juda ham kichik bo'lgan o'zgarishlarni tasvirlash uchun ishlatasizlar. 5000 dan 20 mingga o'sish juda ham katta o'sish hisoblanadi. Shuning uchun sharplyni ishlatganman. Keskin ravishda o'sgan. We use adverbs after verb. I guess you know this rule. I'm gonna just write it after this. Verb plus adverb. This is the structure for using adverbs. For example, grow significantly, decrease, let's pick from here, decrease rapidly, we need an adverb version, and slightly, right? Change it slightly. So this is the verb and this is the adverb. And we need adjectives when we use nouns. For example, in this sentence I use the noun version of the increase, and that's why I'm using an article. As you probably know, article A and Z are used before nouns, so that means increase is the noun here in this case. It's not the verb. And in order to decorate this sentence or make it more complex, I need to add some adjectives here. For example, there was a sharp increase in the price of sugar. I cannot say sharply increase because this is adverb and I have to use adverb after verb. But if I want to use adjective, there should be a noun. So this sharp is an adjective version. Adjective plus noun all the time. And if you have article, you have to put the article and A or Z articles, sorry, and then you have to write adjective and then noun. For example, a clever boy, right? Boy is the noun, a clever is adjective, and this article comes before adjective. If you do not write the adjective, article remains before the noun. A boy, bitta bola. Qanday bola? Aqlli bola. Article ni oldinga olamiz. Xo'p. Let's say octopus. It's an animal, right? Sakkizoyoq. Bitta octopus bo'lsa, an octopus bo'ladi, to'g'ri? Mana bu o bo'lgani uchun n qo'yapman. Lekin buni ulkan, bahaybat octopus demoqchi bo'lsam, sakkizoyoq demoqchi bo'lsam, orasiga sifat qo'yaman. A big octopus. Endi bu yerda mana bu artiklni n emas e ga o'zgaradi, chunki bu big ga qarab qo'yiladi. Shuning uchun ham artiklni adjectivedan oldinga qo'yamiz deb tushuntiryapman mana bu yerda. So, mana bu narsani yaxshilab tushunib oldinglar deb o'ylayman. Bu juda ham kerak bo'ladi. Buni yodlab chiqishinglar kerak. Endi bularni hammasini ishlatishni o'rganaylikda. Mana bu yerdagi 7 xil gap tuzish usulini ko'rib chiqaylik. Line graphni boshlayapmiz. Hozir line graph tushuntiryapman. Bu hozir o'rgatayotgan gap tuzishlarim mana bu narsalarni ishlatish hamma insho turida kerak bo'ladi. Mana shu 4 tasida line graphda, table'da, pie chartda va bar graphda kerak bo'ladi. Shuning uchun hozir yaxshilab tushunib olsanglar, shu birinchi darsi, keyin insho yozishni boshlaganimizda hech qanaqa muammo chiqmaydi gap tuzishdan. Xo'p. Avval mana bularni tushuntiraman-da. 7 xil usulda gap tuzishni. Bundan ham ko'p. Iloji boricha hozir hammasini ko'rsataman. Keyin line graphni qanday o'qish kerak? O'zi bu nima? O'shani keyin tushuntiraman. O'sha bu yerdan o'zbekcha gapirishni boshlayman, chunki sal muhimroq joylar keldi. Tushunmay qolishingiz mumkin. Alright. Demak, birinchi o'rinda subject mana bu qismi GM car sales, GM mashina savdosi deyapti. Demak bu nima savoliga javob beryapti. Demak bu subject. Subject increased verb significantly esa modifier of many. Oddiy strukturani ishlatyapti. Subject verb modifier strukturasini ishlatyapti. From 5,000 to 105,000 between these years. Demak, GM car savdosi 1960 va 2010 yillar orasida 5000 dan 105 ga katta holatda o'sdi. Ulkan holatda o'sdi. Xo'p, bunda qanaqa struktura? Subject plus verb bo'lyapti, plus modifier bo'lyapti. Modifier bilasizlar. Keyin bu yerda secondary parts bo'lyapti. Ikkinchi darajali bo'lak. Buni holatini ham ko'rib chiqaylik. Boshqa misolda. Shakarning narxi keskin tarzda shu o'sdi desak, mart oyidan may oyigacha keskin ravishda o'sdi deydigan bo'lsak. The price of sugar. Nima degan savolga javob yozib olishingiz kerak. Subject. Nima? Subject. Mana bu subject. Oshdi. Bu increase ishlatgan ekan. Kelinglar biz boshqa fe'l ishlataylik. Mana bu yerdan birortasini olaylik. Biz oshdi demoqchimiz. Grow olamizmi? Rise olaylik. Rise ning ikkinchi fe'lini oladigan bo'lsak, rose bo'ladi. Rose. Endi buni chiroyliroq qilishimiz kerak. Mana bu yerdan olamiz. Sezilarli darajada considerably ni olaylik. Considerably. Okay. Considerably. Sezilarli darajada oshdi. Let's say shakar narxi 5000 edi, 20000 ga oshdi. Nechidan nechiga oshganini aytamiz. From 5000 so'm to 20,000 so'm. Qachon? From March. Oyla katta harf bilan yoziladi. Sorry, from bo'lmaydi. Between ishlatamiz. Between March. Xo'p, bu yerda shunaqa struktura ishlatganda between ikkita vaqtni oralig'ini qo'yamiz. Between March and July. iyul va mart oylari orasida 5000 dan 20000 ga oshdi shakari narxi deyapmiz. Xo'p, endi xuddi shu gapni men sizlarga 7 xil usulda aytib beraman. Bu birinchi strukturamiz bo'lsa, mana bu qismi subject bo'lsa, mana bunimiz verb. Xo'p, va mana bunimiz modifier edi. Bunaqa strukturani ham bilib olishinglar kerak. Between and kelyapti. Xo'p, bunga qo'yamiz. Bu ham shunga tegishli. From to ni ham bo'yab qo'yaman, chunki yaxshi struktura. From to bilan keladi. Dan ga boshda demoqchi bo'lsak. Endi buni boshqacha usulda aytaylik. Xo'p. There is zero strukturasidan foydalanishim mumkin. There was o'tgan zamonda bo'lgan. Shuning uchun there was aytyapman. Sorry, July oyi o'tgan zamon emas. May deydi-da. There was shunday yaxshi bilan kengroq bo'ldi. Xo'p, bu strukturamiz pastga tushiramiz. Bu birinchi usulimiz edi. Endi ikkinchi usulimizni ko'raylik. There was endi there is there strukturasini ishlatgan bo'lsam, mana bu yerda ko'radigan bo'lsak, there is there ishlatyapti-da. Undan keyin sifat qo'yapti. Biroqda mana bu tepadagi sifatlardan bittasini qo'yapti. Holatga qarab. Increase so'zini olyapti. Bu yerda increase'imiz fe'l emas. Mana bunga o'xshagan id oladigan fe'l emas. Noun holatda. There was a significant increase of 100,000 in GM car sales from 5,000 to 105,000 between 1960 and 2010. Ya'ni 1960 va 2010 yillar orasida 5000 dan 105,000 ga GM mashina savdosi Xo'p, boshqatdan aytamiz. 1960 va 2010 yillar orasida GM car mashinasi savdosi 100 minglik ulkan o'sish boshidan yo'q. Ulkan o'sishi bo'ldi. Ulkan o'sish bor edi. There is there degan bor degan. Ulkan o'sish bor edi. 5000 dan 105,000 ga chiqdi deb turib, mana bu 100 mingga detalnisini aytib beryapti. Ya'ni 100 minglik oshdi deyapti, lekin bu nechida turganini aytmayapti. Shunchaki qancha o'sish bo'lganini aytayapti. Mana bu yerda esa o'zi 5000 da turganda 100 minglik oshgandan keyin 105,000 ga chiqdi degan ma'lum beryapti. 100 ming mana qo'shadigan bo'lsak, 5000 ga turgan bo'lsa, 105,000 ga chiqqan bo'ladi. Mana bu yerda mana 1960-yilda 5000 ga turibdi, 2010-yilga kelib 105,000 ga chiqqan. Demak, mana bu orasidagi o'sishni ular 100 ming deb turib aytayapti. Va bunaqa holatda aytish uchun of ni ishlatamiz. Agar of ishlatgan bo'lsa, mana bu o'zini hozirgi turgan joyiga ofdan keyingi raqamni qo'shasiz, o'shanda keyingi turgan joyi kelib chiqadi. Xo'p, xuddi shu strukturada yozamiz. There was o'zi shakarimiz 5000 ekan, 20000 ga oshgan bo'lsa, men nima ishlatishim kerak? Ulkan katta, There was a sharp increase. Let's say growth. Increase qo'yishimiz mumkin. Rise qo'yishimiz mumkin. Farqi yo'q. There was a sharp growth of bu yerda necha ishlataman? 15000 ishlataman. To'g'rimi? Chunki 5000 bo'lsa o'zi 15000 qo'yadigan bo'lsam, 5000 qo'shilganda 20000 ga chiqadi. From 5,000 to 20,000. Qaysi oylarda? Between March and May. Xo'p. Bu endi ikkinchi usulda bo'ldi. Bu yerdagi holatimiz there is there was. Assalomu alaykum. Yaxshimisiz aka? Siz charchagan aka oldingizga. Allohga shukr. Hop, bu yerdagi sharpimiz esa adjective hisoblanadi. Bu grows, increase yoki rise noun hisoblanadi. Hop. Sonraga chiqib ketdi. Hop. Of 15. Mana bu yerda mana vergul qo'yib turib, between gacha ikkita vergul orasida from to ni beryapti. Bu qismini olib tashlashga haqqimiz bor, chunki u bu yerda hech qanday ma'lumot bermayapti. Shunchaki mana bu 15,000 ni detalniysini yoki 15,000 haqida qanaqa o'sish, 15,000 lik o'sishni qayerdan qayergacha bo'lgani haqida qo'shimcha ma'lumot beryapti xolos. Shuning uchun buni qo'yish ixtiyoriy. Qo'ysangiz ham yaxshi bo'ladi. Xo'p, endi buni yana boshqacha usulda ko'radigan bo'lsak, xuddi shu gap. Mana bu gap bilan tepadagi gapning ma'nosi, tarjimasi bir xil. Endi xuddi shu holatni boshqa usul bilan beramiz. Xuddi shu ma'no. The price of sugar ko'rdi, experienced underwent o'tgan zaman. Hop, bu yerda registered yoki had fe'lini o'tganini qo'ysak bo'ladi. Mana shuncha mana usul, birinchi usul, ikkinchi usul, uchinchi usul, to'rtinchi usul, beshinchi usul. 5 xil usulda yozishimiz mumkin ekan. Hammasini boshlanishi bir xil bo'lgani uchun 5 ta gap yozmadimda, bitta gapni o'zida 5 xil fe'lni yozib qo'ydim. Had, bu yerdan keyin, mana bu so'zlardan keyin ham, fe'llarimizdan keyin ham ot holatini olishimiz kerak. Mana bu yerdan ot noun versiyasini olishimiz kerak. Endi bunda aytaylik, yana shu shakar ko'tarilgan bo'lsa. Ozgina ko'tarildi deylik. Minimally bo'lsa, minimallyni o'rniga men buni bu yerda yo'q so'z aytaman. Sizlarga juda ham kerakli marginally. Marginally degani biroz degani va u yerdagi so'zlardan ko'ra yaxshiroq. Akademik so'z hisoblanadi. Shuning uchun marginally ishlatishni tavsiya qilaman. Price of sugar sold. Bu yerda ot ishlatdim. Shuning uchun men sifat versiyasini ishlatishim kerak. A article marginal. Hop, o'sish bo'lsa, o'sishni ham bitta olaylik. Grows ishlatdik, increase, rise ishlatdik, climb olaylik. Climb o'sish degani. Demak, climb bu noun, marginal esa adjective'imiz, a article ni qo'yamiz, chunki bu am bilan boshlanyapti. Shakarning narxi subjectimiz bor. Ko'rdi o'sishni, biroz o'sishni. Shakarning narxi biroz o'sishni ko'rdi. Shakarning narxi biroz o'sishni boshidan o'tkazdi. Shakarning narxi biroz o'sishni boshidan o'tkazdi degan bu. Shakar narxi biroz o'sishni ro'yxatga oldi. Shakarning narxida biroz o'sish sodir bo'ldi degan ma'noni beryapti. Hammasining ma'nosi bir, faqat har xil usulda yozyapmiz xolos. Endi nechidan nechiga o'sganini aytishimiz mumkin. Xo'p, ikki xil holatda bo'ladi bu. Of bilan beradigan bo'lsak, o'zi turgan holati bilan borgan holatini orasi, ya'ni nechilik o'sish bo'lganini aytishimiz kerak. Agar 5,000 dan 20,000 ga borgan bo'lsa, 15,000 aytamiz. Xo'p, bu birinchi usul. Agar to'liq nechidan nechiga borganini, qancha o'sganini emas, nechidan nechiga borganini ko'rsatmoqchi bo'lsangiz, unda boshqa usulni ishlatamiz. Ya'ni kim bu usulimizda from to ni ishlatishingiz kerak bo'ladi. From 5,000 to 20,000. Ikkala usul ham to'g'ri, xohlagan usulingizni qo'llashingiz mumkin. Farqi yo'q. Xo'p, endi bu yerda biz hozir mana buni ko'rib chiqdik, bunisini ko'rib chiqdik, buni ko'rdik, buni ham ko'rdik, buni ham ko'rdik. Bizda bitta mana bu qoldi. Bu yerda yo'qlar ikkita usulni ham ko'rdik. Endi mana buni ko'radigan bo'lsak, peak so'zini qana ishlatish. Peak bu o'zining eng yuqori cho'qqisi degani bo'ladi. Mana bu yerdagi eng yuqori cho'qqisi bu 105 edi. Xo'p, bu yerdagi eng yuqori cho'qqisi bu yer. Xo'p, mana buni agar ko'radigan bo'lsak, 25,000 dan boshlangan ekan, 85,000 ni to'xtab chiqib, keyin yana pastga tushgan ekan. Demak, buning o'zini piki qayerga hisoblanadi? 85,000 2010-yildagi 85,000 hisoblanadi. Pik nimaligini tushunib oldinglar deb o'ylayman. Aytaylik, shakar martdan maygacha bo'lsa, martda 5,000 bo'lgan ekan, aprelda 10,000 bo'lgan ekan, mayga kelib 20,000 bo'lgan ekan. Qachon 20 mingga chiqqan ekan? Eng o'zini yuqori cho'qqisiga may oyida. Ana shuni aytish uchun, o'zini pikiga chiqqanini aytishimiz uchun shu pik so'zidan yoki apex so'zidan foydalanishimiz mumkin. The price, hop, bu qanaqa usulda yozganini ko'raylik. Hop. The price of sugar reached, yetib bordi, a peak yoki ishlatishimiz mumkin. Its peak deyishimiz ham mumkin, a peak deyishimiz ham mumkin. O'zining cho'qqisiga yoki cho'qqiga yetib bordi. Hop. Peak so'zidan keyin necha qayerda turganini aytmoqchi bo'lsangiz, shunchaki atni qo'yib, o'sha eng yuqori nuqtasini aytamiz. Hozir boshqacha usul ham bor. Ko'radigan bo'lsak, mana bu gapimizda mana shakarning narxi 20 mingda o'zining cho'qqisiga chiqdi. Yoki xuddi shu holatda aytishimiz mumkin. Price of sugar peak so'zini fe'l holatda olishingiz mumkin. Peaked at 20,000 yilini aytib qo'yamiz. Endi bu yerda biz holatda oyni may oyida edi. May. Bu yerda ham oyni aytib qo'yishimiz kerak. May. Ana shuna holatda gap tuzishimiz mumkinmiz. Demak, birinchisi subject verb complement modifier oddiy struktura ekan, complement kompleksli. Bu eng oson usuli. Keyin esa there is a structures. There is to be plus to be. Bu ikkinchi strukturamiz ekan. Hop, keyingi strukturamiz subject plus C experience undergo register have fe'llardan birortasini qo'yishimiz mumkin ekan. Bu keyingi strukturamiz. Hop, bundan keyin albatta biz ishlatamiz adjective article yoki plus adjective plus noun fe'limizning noun holatini ishlatishimiz kerak. Bu ham bunga kiradi. Hop, bu keyin formulamiz bo'ladigan bo'lsa, mana bu yerda ham xuddi shunaqa bo'ladi. Buni ham qo'shib qo'ysak bo'lar ekan. Hop. Bu tushunarli. Hop. Bunisida esa agar peak so'zini oladigan bo'lsak, peak plus at kelishini tushuntirganmiz. Hop, yaxshi. Endi nima uchun faqat past zamon ishlatganmiz deyapti? Chunki bu 1960 va 2010-yillar hammasi bu yerda bo'lib o'tgan barcha o'zgarishlar o'tgan zamonda sodir bo'lgan. Shuning uchun biz past simple yoki past perfectdan foydalanishimiz mumkin. Endi mana bu yerdagi mashqlarni bittadan qilib beraman. Qolgani o'zingizlarga bo'ladi. Bu yerda mashqlarni boshlashdan oldin line graph o'zi nimaligini yaxshilab tushunib olaylik. Line graphimizda odatda imtihonda mandaqa chiziqdan 4 ta yo 5 ta bo'ladi. Hozir sizlarga o'rganishinglar uchun bittadan qo'yib bergan. Bitta liniyani o'zini tasvirlash yaxshilab o'rgangan bo'lsanglar, 4 ta 5 ta bo'lsa, har bittasini alohida tasvirlash orqali ham inshoingizni, o'sha reportingizni yozib ketishingiz mumkin. Bu yerda yon tarafida raqam bergan, avval mavzuni tanishtirgan bo'ladi. Car sales demak bu mashinaning sotilishi, mashina savdosi ekan. in 3 ta 0 qo'yib qo'yibdi. Demak, bu 1000da degan. Demak, mana bu 105 ga doim har doim 1000 ni qo'shishingiz kerak degan. 105.000, 85.000, 65.000 va 5.000. Mana bu narsa juda ham muhim hisoblanadi. Car sales in mana bu 3 ta nuqta qo'yib qo'ygan. Mana shu narsa task response hisoblanadi. Task responsingiz da mana shu narsani agar ishlatmagan bo'lsangiz, u pastga tushib ketadi bandingiz. Pastida esa yillar bergan ekan. 60-yil, 70-yil, 80-yil, 90-yil, 2000, 2013-yil. Xo'p, siz mana bu yerda tushgan bo'lsa, mana bu 2000 dan 2010-yilgacha bo'lgan vaqtda agar hisoblaydigan bo'lsangiz, mana yaqinlashtiradigan bo'lsangiz, bu o'rtasida turibdi. Demak, mana bu 2000 va 2010 bo'lsa, 2005 ekanda deb turib yozsangiz ham to'g'ri, yoki mana shu o'zgarishni hammasini 2000-yilda bo'lgan deb turib aytsangiz ham to'g'ri hisoblanadi. Buning hech qanaqa ortiqcha muammolik joyi yo'q. 1960-yilda 105.000 da bo'lgan ekan car sales va tushgan 2010-yilga kelib 5.000 gacha tushgan. Demak, aytishingiz kerak siz car sales 105.000 dan 2010-yilgacha 105.000 dan 5.000 ga 1960 va 2010-yillarda tushgan deb aytishingiz mumkin. Yoki bu yerda qancha miqdordagi tushish bo'lgan? 100 minglik tushish bo'lgan. Chunki 105.000 dan 5.000 ga tushgan bo'lsa, tushishning miqdori 100 ming bo'lgan. Xo'p, buni tushunarli, buni qilmaymiz. Men buni qilib beraman yoki buni qilib beraman. Bu oson. Mana buni qilaylik. 10 yil vaqt orasida bo'lgan. Qanaqa shunday yozish kerak? Bu car sales edi. Car sales car sales biz artikelni qo'ymasak ham bo'ladi. Holatda car sales increased birinchi strukturani ishlatyapman. Oliga subject verb complement modifier eng osoni. Increased bu juda ham qisqa vaqt ichida juda ham katta o'sish bo'lgan. Shuning uchun mana bu yerdan eng balandini olaman. Dramatically endi yilini aytishim kerak. Avval raqamini. Mana bunday holat bo'ladigan bo'lsa, bu 5000 da ham turmayapti, 25000 da ham turmayapti. O'rtada turibdi. Bu taxminan 10 yoki 15000. Mana shu holatda taxminan so'zini ishlatishga majbursiz. Chunki hech qachon o'zingizdan o'zingiz buni 12000 yoki 13000 deb ola olmaysiz. Balki rostdan ham shunaqadir, lekin siz baribir uni taxmin qilyapsiz. Hech qanaqa aniq dalilingiz, isbotingiz yo'q. Shuning uchun shunaqa holatlarda biz taxminan degan so'zlarni ishlatishimiz kerak. Mana bu yerga hammasini sinonim yozib qo'yaman. Roughly approximately hop yana about yozdik. Approximately, roughly, almost yana kelsa aytaman. Hop, increase it in the from qo'yishimiz kerak. From car sales increased dramatically from roughly 15,000 to nechiga 105.000 ga 105,000 qachon 60-yil 70-yillar orasida between 1960 and 1970. Hop, yana bir narsaga e'tibor berishingizni xohlardim. 60-70-yillar bo'lsa orasi 10 yil bo'ladi. Shuni between deb turmasdan mana bunda holatda aytishingiz mumkin. During a decade. 10 yil orasida. Decade degani 10 yillik degani. During a decade. Yoki in a decade deyishingiz mumkin. Between deb yil berishni o'rniga. Hop. Bu tomondan bittasi bo'ldi. Keyingisini ko'raylik. Mana bitta fluctuationni qo'yib beraman. Hop, bunisini sizlarga qoldiraman. Bunisini qilib beraman yaxshi. 105.000 bilan 85.000 orasida pastga tushib chiqib yurgan ekan. Hop, bu net users ekan. Bu ham yilda, mana net users in 1000. Hop, mana bu yil 1000 ga qo'shib olishim kerak ekan. Tushunarli. Hop, to'liq vaqt orasida bo'lgan ekan. The number of net users. Mana bu yerda number so'zini ishlatishga majburman, chunki internet ishlatuvchilarining raqami yoki internet ishlatuvchilar deb aytishim kerak. Net users desam ham to'g'ri, the number of net users desam ham to'g'ri. Fluctuated chunki tushib chiqqan. between qaysi raqamlar edi? 100 mingdan ozgina past ekan, 100 mingda turmayapti. 100 mingdan ozgina past. Agar ozgina past yoki ozgina baland bo'ladigan bo'lsa, mana bundoq formulani ishlatishingiz kerak. Hozir pastga yozib beraman. Just below yoki under, ozgina pastda degani. Just above yoki over, ozgina tepada degani. Xo'p, ancha pastda deydigan bo'lsak, well yoki much below, under, well, much, above. Bu anchagina tepada. Over. Hop, mana bu yerga far so'zini qo'shishingiz ham mumkin. Bizning holatda esa bizning holatimizda esa bu ozgina pastda, demak biz ishlatamiz just below. Tushunarli. Hop. The number of net fluctuated between just below 105,000 va nechi 85 mingdan ozgina baland and just over 85,000 butun period mobaynida 1960 dan 2010-yilgacha butun muddat oralig'ida deyishimiz mumkin. During the whole period. Hop, da ishlatishimiz mumkin between 1960 and 2010 deb ishlatishimiz mumkin mana bu holatga o'xshagan. Lekin men sizlarga iloji boricha har xil ko'proq usullarni ko'rsatmoqchi bo'lyapman xolos. During the whole period yoki during 60-yildan 2010-yilgacha bo'lgan vaqtni hisoblaymiz. Nechini qo'shsak 2010 bo'ladi yoki 2010 dan 1960 ga ayirishimiz kerak. 50 qoladi shunda. During a 50 year period deyishimiz mumkin. Yoki xuddi shuni during the period of 50 years deyishimiz mumkin. Agar bunaqa holatda periodni oldinga qo'yadigan bo'lsak, 50 dan keyin years bo'ladi. Period oxirida keladigan bo'lsa, 50 bilan year chiziqcha bilan bog'lanadi. Farqi shu. Xo'p. Ikkinchi xatolarni bitta ko'rdik. Uchinchi xatodan ko'raylik. Mana bu bir xil qolgan, mana bu ham fluctuate bo'lgan, mana bu ham tushgan deymiz. Xo'p, uchinchi xatoda qiyin yo'q ekan, sizlar qoldimi? Xo'p, bu yerda mana buni ham bir xil qolgan deymiz, chunki bu mundoq kelib tushgan, to'g'ri, tushib yana ko'tarilgan, lekin boshlanish nuqtasi bilan tugash nuqtasi bir xil joyda turibdimi? Shuning uchun hech narsa o'zgarish bo'lmagan, bir xilda qolgan deb turib, mana bu yerdagi so'zlarni ishlatishingiz mumkin. Agar detalni yozmoqchi bo'lsangiz, men bu yildan 1980 dan 2000-yilgacha bir xil qolgan, 2000 dan 2010 gacha tushgan, 2010 dan 2020 gacha chiqqan va 2020 dan 2030 gacha bir xilda qoladi deb taxmin qilinadi deb ishlatishingiz mumkin. To'g'ri, 2 ta, 3 ta, 4 ta, 5 ta gacha gap yozishingiz mumkin. Lekin biz bularni hammasini bittadan gap tuzishi, bitta gapda mana shuni to'liq boshdan oxirigacha tasvirlashni mashq qilyapmiz. Shuning uchun bunaqa qilib bo'lib gapirish shart emas va shu yerda yana bitta narsani aytishim kerak. Agar kelasi zamon bo'lsa, hali 2030-yil kelmagan. Kelasi zamonga nisbatan prediction, ya'ni taxminlar, bashoratlar ham berilgan bo'lsa, siz reportingizda siz mana bu strukturani ishlatishingiz shart. It is predicted that deb turib. Mana shu kelasi zamonni aytishni boshlaganingizda mana shu ibora bilan boshlashingiz kerak. It is predicted that. Taxmin qilinishicha deb gapirishingiz kerak. Va future simple ishlatasiz. Will, fall, will dan foydalanasiz. Xo'p, bu yerda bu tushunarli. Mana bu tushib, keyin chiqqan. Mana bu esa chiqib, bu tushgan. Xo'p, mana bunisini qilib beraman. Bu radio listeners ekan. Ikkita gapdan iborat bo'ladi. Radio listeners decreased. Nechidan nechiga tushdi? 105 dan taxminan 10 ga tushdi. Decreased from 105. Xo'p, kelinglar boshqacha strukturadan foydalanaylik. mana bitta ishlatibman decrease increase. So ni aytaylik. So a decrease of 105 dan taxminan 10 gacha tushgan bo'lsa, demak 95 minglik tushish bo'ldi. 95,000 decrease. So bu ulkan significant decrease of 95,000 yillarni aytaman, 80-2000 yillarda. Between strukturalariga boshqa ishlataman. 80-20 bo'lsa, bu 20 yil hisoblanadi. 80-90-2000 yillar bo'lsa 30 yillik ekan. During a 30-year period, 30 yillik muddat orasida 95 minglik tushishni boshdan o'tkazib, tushishni ko'rdi. And o'sha yerdan 2000-yildan 2020gacha ko'tarilgan. And then it and bo'lmaydi, sorry, but bo'ladi. But then agar tushib turib keyin ko'tarilgan bo'lsa, o'sha qarama-qarshilik bo'lyapti bo'lsa, bu tushish, bu yerda ko'tarish bir-biriga qarama-qarshi narsa bo'lsa, but howeverdan foydalanamiz. Agar mana bunga o'xshagan tushib bir xil qolib yana tushadigan bo'lsa, ya'ni bir xil qolish tushishga qarama-qarshi emas. Tushib boryapti. Shunaqa tushdi demoqchi bo'lsangiz and bo'ladi. Tushdi lekin ko'tarildi demoqchi bo'lsangiz but yoki howeverdan foydalanishga majbursiz. But then it nimani bildiradi? Radial listeners. Endi bu yerda it ishlatolmayman. The number of radio listeners deyishim kerak, chunki it ishlatsam bu ko'pchilikni bildiryapti. But then the number of radio listeners increased to taxminan 55 minggacha chiqdi. To about taxminan degani 55,000. Endi mana bu yerda men nuqta qo'yaman. Tugadi. Mana bu yerdan boshlab mana bu yergacha keldim. 2020-yilgacha. Yilini aytmayapman. From 2020 from 2000 dan to 2020gacha shunchaga oshdi. Endi 2030 aytadigan bo'lsam, bir xil qoladi, o'zgarmay qoladi deyishim kerak. It is predicted that estimated proposed suggested yana nima bor edi? Projected va hokazo. Shunaqa sinonimni qo'yishingiz mumkin. It's projected that radio listeners remain steady. Bu yerda qanday xato qildim? Fe'ldan oldim. Will future simple belgisini qo'ymadim. Will remain steady. Bu yerda mana bu qismini aytayotganim uchun men mana bu formuladan foydalandim. Chunki bu kelajakka nisbatan bashorat. Endi yilini aytib qo'yaman. Hop. It is predicted, estimated, proposed, suggested, projected that radio listeners will remain steady in 2030. Mana shunday holatda yoziladi. Sizlarga endi vazifa mana shuni hammasini men yozib berganlarimdan tashqari hammasini men yozib berganlarimga ham qilasiz. Faqat menikini o'zi bilan ko'chirib bir xil qilib qo'yman. Mana bunday gap tuzishlarni o'rgatdim. Ana shu yerda o'rgatgan gaplarimni, shu strukturalarimni ishtirok etkazib, ana shu strukturalarga qarab turib har bittasini tasvirlab chiqasiz. Alohida 2-3 tadan gap bo'lib ketmasin, bitta gapda tasvirlashga harakat qiling. Faqat mana bu yerda agar mana unga o'xshagan bo'lib turib tasvirlanadigan bo'lsa, kelasi zamon bunaqa struktura ishlatishga majbur bo'layotgan bo'lsangiz, unda keyin bo'ling. Anaqa ko'tarilgan va tushgan deganda ikkita gapni birlashtirishingiz kerak. Hech qachon ko'tarildi nuqta keyin tushdi demang. Ko'tarildi va tushdi yoki biroq tushdi deb turib bog'lab keting. Bog'lovchilar bilan murakkab gap tuzishga harakat qiling. Xo'p, bugunga shu yetadi. Bu probni dars edi. Agar dars ma'qul bo'lgan bo'lsa, shu holatda ketadi darsimiz. Savolinglar bo'lsa, yozib qo'yasizlar daftaringizga. Ertaga bu dars muhokamasi bo'ladi. ana shu muhokamada nima savol bo'lsa, kim nimani tushunmagan bo'lsa so'rasa, yana tushuntirib beraman. Ovozli chat bo'ladi. Va agar shu dars ma'qul bo'lgan bo'lsa, hamma to'liq o'qib olsa, keyin darsni keyin boshlaymiz. Hamma to'liq o'qimaguncha to'liq dars boshlanmaydi. Thank you everyone.